Ladies and gentlemen, our slideshow is about to start. Good evening. My name is Lorenzo Brown, and I'm the principal of Matthew C. Perry High School. I would like to welcome you to our commencement exercise for the class of 2018. In preparation for our ceremony, I would like to ask that you please turn off or place your cell phones on vibrate. If you have small children, please place them on vibrate as well. And ensure that they remain in their seats and not be allowed to move about in a manner that could be distracting to others. We have commandeered a photographer to take official photographs and ask that you do not come down to the stage area for personal pictures. You may, however, position yourself to take pictures of the graduates as they begin to process in and out of the theater. We are making history tonight, as this class will be the largest graduating class in the history of MC Perry High School, with 39 graduates. This is also the first class to complete a full year in the new building, and the first class to graduate from MC Perry High School as a school constituted grades 9 through 12. While this is an extremely joyous time for us all, please assist me by helping preserve the dignity and respect that this special ceremony deserves. After the name of the senior is called, a pre-recorded short statement written by each student will play. I ask that you please make sure that everyone's statement can be heard by maintaining your silence. I will now turn our program over to our Mistress of Ceremony, Ms. Sophia Nerudin-Watley.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Matthew C. Perry High School Class of 2018 Commencement Ceremony. I would like to introduce the faculty of Matthew C. Perry High School, followed by the Class of 2018.
strives for the presentation of colors and the singing of the national anthem by Matthew C. Perry's own Samurai Singers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Members of the class of 2018 will present a multilingual welcome. English as spoken by Matthew Palmer, Spanish as delivered by Emily Estrada, Tagalog provided by Michaela Cadavos. Finally, Colin Ernst brings warm welcome in Japanese.
Good evening. My name is Matthew Palmer, and I would like to welcome you to the commencement ceremony of Matthew C. Perry High School for the class of 2018. We would like to thank all the faculty, friends, family, and honored guests who grace us here with their presence at this shining moment in our lives. We hope that this evening will be a memorable celebration of our class's accomplishments as we close the chapter in one phase of our lives and turn the page towards another, more exciting phase, towards our future.
Muy buenas tardes, mi nombre es Emily Estrada y quiero darles una cordial bienvenida a todos ustedes a esta ceremonia de graduación en la preparatoria de Matthew C. Perry de clase 2018. Queremos dar las gracias a todos los maestros, familiares, amigos y honorables invitados que nos honran con su presencia en este momento tan brillante en nuestras vidas. Esperamos que esta tarde sea una celebración memorable para celebrar los logros de esta clase, ahora que cerramos el capítulo de esta fase de nuestras vidas y pasar una página más felizmente hacia nuestro futuro. Una vez más, gracias por estar aquí. Dios os bendiga. Magandang gabi po. Ako si Angel Cadagos at malugod ko kayong tinatanggap sa programang pagtatapos ng Matthew C. Perry High School, klase ng 2018. Nagpapasalamat kami sa lahat ng mga guro, mga kaibigan, pamilya at panauhin pangdangal na tumangkilik sa amin sa mahalagang sandaling ito ng aming buhay. Umaasa kami na ang gabing ito ay magiging makabuluhang pagsasalo sa pagunita ng aming magkatagumpay. Sa pagsasara ng isang yugto ng aming buhay at muling magbukas ng panibagong yugto para sa aming matagumpay ni kinabukasan. Maraming salamat po.
こんばんは。私はアンスト・コリンです。MC ペリ高校の2018年度卒業式へようこそお越しくださいました。この式は今までもお世話になった学校の先生方、家族、そして来賓の皆様方と共に迎えることができ、大変感謝しております。この式が我々の人生の中においての一つの到達点となり、次の目標への新たなスタートになりますよう願っております。
I would now like to introduce to you the principal of Matthew C. Perry High School, Mr. Lorenzo Brown.
Good evening again. As the principal of Matthew C. Perry High School, it is such an honor for me to welcome you to our 2018 commencement ceremony. I would like to extend a personal welcome to Mr. John Likey, DPRI Director, Mr. Dwayne Jefferson, Principal, Iwakuni Elementary School, Mr. Arturo Rivera, Principal, MC Perry Elementary School, Mr. Keith Carr, School Liaison Officer, MCAS Iwakuni, and in another role as parents tonight, Colonel Richard First, Commanding Officer, MCAS Iwakuni, and his wife Julie, Colonel Mark Palmer, Commanding Officer, MAG 12, and his wife Hope. And last but not least, my family, whose enduring support sustains me daily, especially my loving and adorable wife, Linda. I would like to welcome Team Samurai. Team Samurai represents the faculty and staff, students, parents, and community members of Matthew C. Perry High School and the 3 other schools that make up this complex, as well as our invited guests, those in the local area and those who came from afar. You are indeed welcome here this evening. A commencement is a beginning. Many of our 39 seniors woke up this morning thinking this is the end of high school. In reality, it is the beginning of the rest of their lives. This is my 30th high school graduation, but no 2 graduating classes have ever been the same, nor will they ever be. We are all here tonight because of a connection to one of these graduates. Exactly who are these graduates? This is the part of the program that allows me to paint a picture for you. A tradition that has served me well as principal is providing a senior interview sheet to the students so that I can establish a class profile. So now allow me to introduce the class of 2018 to you. The following are the results of the interview sheets returned to me. I asked them how many years they have attended Perry. The average length of time is 3.2 years. This was an unusual year for Perry as we have 9 new seniors. Sarah Cannon, Samantha Diocampo, Mallory Ferguson, Kapili Gleason, Michael Griffiths, Cameron Jordan, Matthew Palmer, Hunter Sloan, and Robert Wall. I also asked about the many moves of the seniors and their families working for the Department of Defense, whether as military, civilian, or contractor. And our seniors have moved an average of 3.7 times in their life, with Cameron Jordan moving 9 times and Robert Wall 8. In this class, Cameron Jordan has attended 10 schools, while Sarah Cannon and Mallory Ferguson have attended 9 schools each. 4 students have attended school for 12 years in Iwakuni: Colin Ernst, Dylan Ernst, Sean Likey, and David Shubrook. Approximately 64% of our seniors are planning to attend a 2-year or 4-year college or university following high school. Another 20% plan on immediately serving our nation's military, and the remaining seniors working or planning a combination of work and school. I also asked about the changes they would make to the school or person, where they see themselves 10 or 20 years from now, their fondest memories of Perry, and their parting shots or words of wisdom for the younger samurai. I would like to share with you some of the thoughts expressed to me. Most of the following is accurate, but we do not teach penmanship any longer, so I cannot vouch for 100% accuracy while attempting to decipher everything written on the interview form. For personal change, stop procrastinating. 8 times, that means 8 students identified that. Take the first couple of years of high school seriously. Read more books. Join clubs. Have more fun and less stress. Take AP classes. Be less antisocial. Do my homework. Become more fluent in Japanese. Remained at my last high school, Burroughs High School. To not be so irritating. My appearance at an earlier age. Get slightly, just slightly better grades. School changes. Graduation cap rule. The bell schedule. The school size. The cell phone policy. Students entering the building before 7:30. Some of the people here and their attitude. Senior activities. I would remove a few people from this school. Hanging up the baseball banners from 2017. The building, the staff, the students, pep rally. Nothing. Perry should stay the same. Stay classy, please. What will you be doing 10 years from now? Married with children, 6 times. Military, 6 times. A geologist, animal rehabilitator, designing buildings in New York City, working for Royal Caribbean, working for a congressperson, an Air Force F-16 pilot, an animator at a major animation studio, a neonatal nurse, running my fashion empire, completing medical residency, a merchant marine or Coast Guard, a kindergarten teacher, making millions and balling with no budget.
Sounds about right.
I'm sorry, we're having some technical difficulties. Let's blame it on technology. Always have a backup. "20 years from now, married with kids, 6 times. A high school teacher in California, attending culinary school, a pilot for Delta, making sure my kids don't get into trouble and on track to graduate. No budget and continuing to ball out. High school athletic director, a mechanic, a pediatric nurse, being a congresswoman, dermatologist, working for the Department of Transportation or becoming a U.S. Senator, retired and traveling the world with my family, getting ready to retire, hopefully living. Fondest memories: Far East Baseball Championship, 3 times. Having my comics published in the Samurai, the school newspaper. Pep rallies, the Far East marksmanship in Hawaii 2 times. Prom this year 3 times. Far East boys soccer 2 times. The people here. Far East girls soccer 2 times. Slamming a Yakota kid at the first home wrestling meet. Catching a touchdown pass at Yakota. People are nice to me. Junior prom. The first home basketball game. Placing 13th at the Far East cross country meet. Breaking the school cross country record. Stepping out on stage as Adventure Dan. Parting shots or words of wisdom. Don't procrastinate 4 times. Have fun, don't waste being a kid. When adversity strikes, kick its butt. Always remember how great a place Iwakuni is to call home. Being involved in your school and community is important. Speak up for what is right. Don't take high school for granted. It goes fast. Buy cameras. Finish strong. Taxation is next. Don't waste chances gifted to you. Senioritis is real. Take Perry all in because you will miss it when you leave. The same boiling water that softens potatoes hardens eggs. It's about you, not your circumstances. I will miss being a samurai. When a dog flies from the ocean, don't rip the paper. That was my best translation. Bye. What I have just read is a sampling of the memories of the Perry High School senior class. Seniors. High school is the very best part of your young life at this time. I ask that you cherish these final moments and good times and use the good times to help you navigate the certain bad times that will come. I am so proud of the 39 seniors on this stage, and I know that you won't soon forget Paradise or the family ride. You are a unique class and no one can ever take that away from you. Personally, in many ways, this year was one of the most challenging with the shortage of key personnel for over half of the school year. Last year at the graduation, I remarked about the transfer students from Zama, and it has been a struggle for some of them at times. But I witnessed the gradual assimilation of the Trojans into the fabric of Perry, and I am optimistic about our joint future ahead. Just as time helped with our manpower shortages earlier in the year, it also helped the students who transitioned to Perry after school started. And before I close, I would like to say a special thank you to some very important people for their support of this graduation. All of their names are listed in your program on the back. Please take time to read their names. But I would like to also give a special thank you to MCCS for allowing us to use this beautiful facility. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. The members of the class of 2018 will now make a special presentation to their parents and guardians. year's class salutatorian is Dylan Ernst, graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 4.125. Please welcome Dylan Ernst, who will deliver the salutatorian address.
Good evening and welcome, family, friends, faculty, and distinguished guests. On behalf of my fellow classmates, I would like to thank everyone for celebrating the graduation of MC Perry's class of 2018. I'm truly honored to be this class's salutatorian, but before I begin, I would like everyone to join me in congratulating the largest and best-looking graduating class. MC Perry. We are also the first to graduate after attending a full year at the new high school, better known as the Taj Mahal. Over the last 4 years, many of the seniors here today participated in sports and other extracurricular activities that resulted in 2 Far East titles in boys soccer, and 1 each in football, baseball, girls soccer, and ROTC, topping it off with 2 first-place finishes in marksmanship. Many others also garnered individual awards and Far East selections in drama, band, and creative expressions. At this time, I want to especially thank the parents for their unconditional love, unwavering support, and many sacrifices that have allowed us to get to this monumental moment in our lives. I want to thank my mom and dad for being my strongest supporters, and my brothers for being my strongest adversaries. They actually helped. To my grandparents who are here today, thanks for your infinite words of wisdom from back in your day. To the teachers and administrators, thank you for your steady guidance and direction through the years. I know at times we were a handful, but that's also part of our legacy. I want to give special thanks to Mr. Lang, Ms. Lewis, Ms. Mari, Mr. Rosser, and Mr. Kramer for their extra effort and dedication and support of our senior class. Now to the fun part. Today's graduation is a result of 13 years of hard work on our part, with all the good, the bad, and the ugly squeezed in between. But honestly, I wouldn't have changed any of it. From playing soccer with Sean, David, and Jacob during recess in elementary school, to wondering where recess went in middle school. During our early years in high school, music and fashion trends started to dominate a large part of our lives. From ripped jeans to trying to emulate iconic dance moves like the whip, the nae-nae, the dab, and the running man. Then came our senior year, having clawed our way to our rightful position on the mountaintop. There's a certain attitude that comes with it, one of invincibility and entitlement. Sadly, it ends today. But our memories will last forever, like our valiant attempts to hype up the prep rallies, or our long 12-hour bus rides that gave some of us a chance to bond, but for others, just to get a good night's sleep. To the last time taking prom pictures at Kintai Bridge, and our final trip together as seniors, whitewater rafting in Yoshino. That chapter in our lives has closed, but the next one is just beginning. A chapter entering unknown territory that will undeniably challenge us at every turn and on every level. Feelings of excitement and anxiety will likely follow, but that's part of the journey. A journey filled with new encounters that need to be embraced, a journey with new obstacles that need to be faced, and a journey filled with exciting opportunities that need to be grabbed. As a late great author and renowned motivational speaker, Zig Ziglar said, "Success occurs when opportunity meets preparation." My challenge to my classmates and myself is to seize opportunities that come your way. Keep doing all the little things, no matter how small they may seem at the time, that will position you on a path for success. To the senior class of 2018, as we venture out into the world in pursuit of our own version of happiness, remember we'll always be tied together by one common thread, being an MC Perry Samurai. That's a pretty good start. Congratulations, class of 2018. Let's be exceptional. Thank you.
And now we will have our scholarship recognition by Ms. Mowry.
Every year, millions of dollars go unclaimed in scholarship monies. Fortunately, some MC Perry students applied for and received scholarships that will assist them in their educational endeavors. This year's class garnered more than $500,000 in scholarship funding. We are all very proud of their accomplishments.
This year's class valedictorian is Olivia Renaud, who is graduating with a cumulative grade point average of 4.2632. Please welcome Olivia Renaud, who will deliver the valedictorian address.
Before I begin, I'd like to ask everyone to join me in a brief moment of silence for those students who were robbed of their chance to cross their graduation stage at the hands of school shootings across America this year. Thank you. Perry administration, faculty and staff, distinguished guest, Quizlet, my fellow seniors, we did it. We finally come to the point in the year where we can fondly look back on our time as high schoolers and recall our braces, unfortunate haircuts, and voice cracks from a safe distance. I'm honored to stand on this stage before you. I'd personally like to thank my incredible family, friends, Jonathan and Jericho, this is the shout out that you asked for, and many mentors for encouraging me to excel both inside and outside of the classroom. Though my personal thank you list is as long as my arm, to simply deliver a speech that attempted to attribute specific sources to my academic achievement, which is more accurately portrayed by approximating the number of cups of coffee it took to finish Mr. Lang's senior book, would be to do a disservice to the power I've been given to deliver a message. It isn't every day that a student is handed a microphone and encouraged to speak. On behalf of the class, I want to wholeheartedly thank Ms. Mowry for her selfless and diligent work for our class this year. I also want to thank Ms. Cobb for her spontaneous energy as a new addition to Perry and her incredible ability to memorize song lyrics, Ms. Watley for her academic guidance to our class, and Mr. Brown for his continued facilitation of programs such as the one you are seeing this evening. Also, happy birthday to Rena. The graduating class of 2018 is unique, a statement of which I am sure some teachers, looking at you, Mr. Rossiter, would amend to say uniquely troublesome. We won't deny that we've had our moments. This year alone, we showered the gym with baby powder, probably set the school record for tardies in the last quarter, and nearly let senioritis prevent us from receiving our diplomas. We were once referred to as the worst graduating class in a long time. But we are so much more than we have been told that we are. We are uniquely diverse. We are S2S officers, the captains of every sports team in the school, senior class council representatives, executive council members, National Honor Society members, newspaper staff, broadcast crew, you name it, one of us is exactly that. We are aspiring animators, up-and-coming models, future engineers, potential underwater welders, Hunter Carter, undecided presidential candidates, and maybe even the next Mark Zuckerberg, or Bill Gates. Point being, we may have been today's troublemakers, but we will be tomorrow's movers and shakers. Too often do the idle habits of uncultivated passion mimic the appearance of intent to cause a rift between students and administration. While some may see us as a disturbance to the peace, I simply see us as unrefined. But now is the time to be unrefined. Of all times, our youth is the time to break the rules a couple of times, only to turn around and rewrite them better than they ever were before. To my fellow seniors, though I am standing behind this podium, this moment is not about me. It's about you all. I wish I knew you better. I wish I had just spent a little more time getting to know you so I could better represent you on this stage. Cooey. I wish I had learned how to execute a flawless vocal run from you. Kapili. I wish I had asked you how to teach me, I had asked you to teach me how to sink the perfect three-point shot. And Jacob? I wish I had asked you how you managed to play solitaire so much, but still score a 96 out of 99 on the ASVAB. I wish I had learned about each and every one of your passions in addition to my own, so we could look to shaping our tomorrow while supporting one another. I do not know you all to the degree that I wish I did, and the degree that I should have. So I have some closing words on behalf of someone who does. Seniors, create. If I could give you one piece of advice, that would be it. Use your unstifled passion to create. Create a life in which you get not only what you want, but what you need. Create relationships that are based on loyalty and trust. Settle for no less. Create a network that stays together because it is based on love and respect, not infatuation and control. You will take your greatest pride in those you will mentor, unintentionally or otherwise, as you create your path. Let them see when you are down so you can show them how to get back up. Let them see you stand alone against the crowd so they will know right from wrong. And let them see you as someone that has the courage to go against the tyrants of the day, be it your boss, or like Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, and George Washington, nations that wish to subjugate entire groups of people. Create a reputation that is beyond reproach. When it is time to do the right thing, do it zealously, without question or hesitation. Consider that history was created by men and women that stand against the odds because they are doing what they see is right in their eyes. Others will live a life of meaninglessness because they are simply trying to cover up their inadequacies with harsh tones, a dictatorial leadership style, or maintaining the politically correct status quo. What you create starting the minute you leave this ceremony is up to you. There will be obstacles. You will not always be treated fairly. Most days, what you are looking for will seem unattainable. That is when the weak-willed will give up and accept mediocrity. That is not you. Your song will be heard if you sing it. Your symphony will be played if you write it. And the legacy you leave will be in your handwriting. Create a life, and that as you reflect on this moment many years from now, leaves a smile on your face, a little love in your heart, and scores of admirers that walk in the path your footprints have now made. I miss you, class of 2018. Farewell. Jeffrey Carr. Thank you.
The class of 2018 asked JROTC instructor, Master Sergeant Kramer, to be their guest speaker, a tribute to his outstanding dedication and support for all students at Matthew C. Perry High School. Master Sergeant Bradley Kramer enlisted in the United States Marine Corps and attended boot camp at Marine Corps Recruit Training Depot, San Diego, California. Upon graduation in June 1984, he checked into Marine Corps Air Station, El Toro, California for on-the-job training while awaiting school. Master Sergeant Kramer then reported to Aviation Ordnance School at Millington, Tennessee, and followed on instruction at Marine Corps Air Station, Yuma, Arizona. In 1985, he completed his training and was assigned to Headquarters and Maintenance Squadron 36 located in Okinawa, Japan. After spending 2 years in Okinawa, Master Sergeant Kramer reported to Headquarters and Headquarters Squadron H&HS, MCAS Cherry Point. Following his duty, he completed 4 years of instructor duty, INI, with HML 776 at VMGR 234, located out of Naval Air Station, Glenville, Illinois. Master Sergeant Kramer's next assignment took him to H&HS MCAS New River, North Carolina, followed by orders back to Japan, this time with H&HS MCAS Iwakuni. Upon completion of his second tour in Japan, Master Sergeant Kramer was assigned to Marine Aviation Training Support Group 21 Pensacola, Florida, and then completed his third tour in the Pacific Theater with H&HS Futima from 2006 to 2009. Master Sergeant Kramer retired from active duty in September 2009, and in 2010 joined DODEA as a substitute teacher. He became a member of Matthew C. Perry faculty as a JROTC Marine instructor in 2011, where he currently is serving as a marksmanship coach, cross-country coach, and softball coach. His personal decorations include the Meritorious Service Medal, Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal, Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal with 1 Gold Star. Please welcome Master Sergeant Bradley Kramer.
Good evening. Thank you for the kind introduction and for also inviting me to speak today. I'm very pleased to be here to join you in celebrating this momentous and huge event and accomplishments in your lives. First of all, class of 2018, congratulations to all of you. You should be very proud of yourselves and achieving this significant goal. I know you all must be excited to get your hands on your diplomas and are ready to run into the world, but as cartoonist Gary Trudeau said, commencement speeches were invented largely in the belief that outgoing students should never be released into the world until they have been properly sedated. Well, that's where I come in as keynote speaker. I'll try not to sedate you too badly. Okay. To the families of those graduating, congratulations to you as well. Your support through this process made an enormous impact on them getting to this point. I'm sure you're very proud of your graduates as they close this portion of their lives and prepare for the next steps into the world, be it heading out to college or jumping straight into the workforce. I want to share a fun fact or two brought to my attention thanks to Mr. Lang. We all know that it takes a whopping 2,160 days of school to reach this milestone in their life. And 720 of those days have been dedicated to high school. I would have asked Mr. Macias how many hours and minutes that equated to, but I don't think football coaches have a hard time counting that high, even if they do have that math background. Okay, I was asked to share a thought or two with you tonight on which you may reflect. Many of you probably have heard my message many times over already, so I'll keep it very short. Graduation is one of those steps in life that defines the coming of age, the ending of one life, or the ending of one era of a life as a student, or the one being shown the ropes and moving on to the new stage in which you become that leader, that doer, and achiever in that bigger, wider world. I'm sure many of you have firm plans and have good ideas of what's coming next. Some of you had a pretty good idea of what you want to do and have a dream and a lot of hope that you get there. Some of you sitting there are just amazed that you are sitting here at all. Well, the coming times will be exciting, and have no doubt. They will be trying, but they will be entirely dependent on you and your determination. An old man once told me many years ago that what I did now would affect not only my life, but the quality of life of my future family. At that time, I really didn't quite comprehend his words, and as I barely felt that I was actually surviving for the moment. Yet, his comment always stuck with me. When I would struggle, I would often think, I thought of it often, especially in those moments when I would wonder what I was doing and why I was doing it. Now, many years later, after raising my own family and watching them grow up, leave, and live their lives, I know what he meant. Basically, the effort you take now has a trickle-down effect on your future, your kids, and your grandkids. I know that you aren't thinking that far into the future, but at the time, neither was I. Life goes by too quickly, so push yourself and do everything you can now to prepare yourself for that future. So taking that advice and trying to apply it to sports, is very similar. Over the years, I have had the pleasure to coach many very talented athletes in sports that I enjoy. So as a coach, there are 3 specific things I look for when selecting someone to be that team captain. It's knowledge, its ability, and its potential. I think equal balance between the 3 is very important. One without the other disrupts that needed balance. Yet I think potential is the most important of the three. So what is potential? Used as an adjective, the definition is having to, or showing the capability to develop into something in the future. And the meaning, when used as a noun, it's a latent quality or qualities or abilities that may be developed and lead to future success or usefulness. So basically, it is ultimately having the power to do something, but not yet actually having done it yet. So how does potential relate to you graduating and heading out to college, or heading out into the world? Again, every year at the start of the sports seasons, each team has that potential to be that champion. There's a lot that goes into preparing that team to be competitive from a coach's perspective. First, knowledge of the sport. Introduction and application of the basic skills needed to play. Additionally, to be successful, everyone has to work well with others for that common goal. Then comes the continuous development of those skill sets. This is where potential comes into play. You must have that willingness to learn and the desire to play to your best abilities, or the coach doesn't get a good representation of your capabilities. You'd be surprised that some people are afraid that if they aren't successful in certain aspects of their lives, they will lose that control. This fear takes control of their minds and prevents them from achieving their fullest potential. You're lucky in your lives right now. As this chapter of your life ends and the next begins, your potential is limitless. There are far too many people out there who are stifling their own success because they are afraid to make that first move and turn potential into success. You've been pushed to reach your potential by your parents, by your teachers, even your coaches, and up until this point, and on occasion, you have resisted. So set goals and be aggressive. If you want it, don't sit around and wait for it to happen. Make it happen. You're the future, and the more you push yourselves to reach your own potential, the greater impact you will leave. So keep pushing yourselves and be the best that you can be. Class of 2018, the best of luck to you as you embark on the next stage of your life. We are proud of you, each and every one of you, and look forward to seeing where your dreams and that potential will lead you. Thank you.
Our graduates have excelled academically, and we would like to take a moment to recognize our National Honor Society members who wear the golden stoles and cords to represent their participation in National Honor Society. Please rise when I call your name. Nikki Aquino. Jonathan Armijo. Michaela Cadavas. Colin Ernst. Dylan Ernst. Matthew Palmer. Olivia Renault. David Schubrook. Thank you. You may be seated. Additionally, the following students wear the National Honor Society Gold Medallion for maintaining a 4.0 cumulative grade point average throughout their high school careers. Please rise when I call your name. Colin Ernst. Dylan Ernst. Olivia Renault. And David Schubrook. Thank you. graduates of Matthew C. Perry High with their diplomas is our principal, Mr. Lorenzo Brown, who will be aided by our assistant principal, Mrs. Renee Cobb. First row, please stand. Geraldine Nikki Garcia Aquino.
After graduation, I plan to study criminal justice at California State University at Fullerton. I would like to thank my parents and my sisters, Christina and Janelle, for shaping me to be the person I am today and for pushing me to move forward despite the numerous times I wanted to give up. I would also like to thank my best friends for being amazing and for tolerating me all these years. Maraming salamat at mahal ko kayong lahat.
After graduation, I plan to attend Northern Arizona University. One of my earliest memories I have of school is from my first day of preschool, where I hid from my mom so I didn't have to leave her. Now, more than 10 years later, I still feel like that same 4-year-old who was scared to leave his mother. Even though I'm elected, I'm ready, and I have so many people to thank for that. Teachers, friends, coaches, family, mom, and dad. Thank you all so much for preparing me for what's next to come in life. I love you all, and I can't wait to make you proud.
After graduation, I plan to attend the University of Oregon. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to my mom, my dad, as well as my brothers, Micah and Kel, for testing my patience and being my best friends. Mom, Dad, I'm not the easiest child to raise, but I'm definitely the best child to raise. I wish to implement what you taught me to make you proud. Thank you to everyone who has been by my side through thick and thin.
Rodriguez Cadavos.
After graduation, I plan to major in nursing at the University of Central Florida. I'd like to thank my family for their never-ending love and support. To my best friends, Asia, Nikki, Jed, and Hazel, without you guys, high school would never be the same. And to Mason for being the greatest boyfriend of all time. I love you guys.
Sarah Kamika Shinzatu Cannon.
After graduation, I plan to attend the University of Maryland to major in business and science with a minor in finance. My ambition is to strive to realize my dreams, achieve my goals, and to keep pride in my family name on both the American and Japanese side. I would like to thank my family and friends who supported me and pushed me through the toughest times and are willing to encourage me through the end. Thank you.
Hunter Isaiah Carter.
After graduation, I plan to go on a 2-year mission for my church. I don't know where yet, but I'm excited to go. I would like to thank my family for supporting me along the way, my teachers for providing the way, and God for showing me the way.
Kuiko Mahe Alani Castro.
After graduation, I plan on going to college to become an animal rehabilitator. I would like to thank my parents for always helping me stay on track and help form me into the young adult I am today. I would also like to thank my siblings for always being there for me and helping me guide myself to the right path. I love you all.
Ethan Mackay Cecil.
I'd also like to thank everyone who's helped me throughout this year and always put out a helping hand.
Samantha Alonzo Del Campo.
After graduation, I plan to join the United States Navy, but I aspire to be an elementary school teacher because I love children. However, I would like to thank the friends that I made here at MC Perry. But most of all, I would like to thank my family for the love and support throughout my life. Thank you, and I love you.
Colin Riku Ernst.
After graduation, I plan to pursue a BSN degree in Texas State University and hope to pursue a career as a nurse practitioner in the future. I would like to thank my family, friends, and everyone who has supported me through all my years, especially to my parents who has dealt with me for 18 years. All this stressful nuisance will be gone. I love you both very much.
Dylan Taku Ernst.
After graduation, I plan to attend Texas State University to pursue a degree in health services. First and foremost, I would like to thank my friends, especially Sean and David, for making my high school enjoyable. Next, I would like to thank Marty for being the best girlfriend I could wish for. Finally, I would like to thank Brandon, Colin, Mom, and Dad for all the love and support you have shown me throughout my life. Love you guys.
Cindy Daniela Estrada.
After graduation, I plan to attend college in California and pursue an education in nursing. I would like to thank my family and close friends for supporting and encouraging me and doing my best in everything I do.
Emily Daniela Estrada.
I would like to thank my parents for what they've done for me. Gracias por soportarme en lo que hago y con mis estudios. Ustedes son los que me ayudaron y por ustedes estoy donde estoy ahora. Que Dios los bendiga siempre. Todo lo puedo en Cristo que me fortalece.
Mallory Lynn Ferguson.
After graduation, I plan to attend Mary Baldwin University. I got accepted into Virginia Women's Institute for Leadership with Air Force ROTC. My major will be pre-med courses along with an anthropology minor. I would like to thank my family and especially my dad for always supporting me through teams, clubs, and ceremonies. Thank you.
Anna Elizabeth First.
After graduation, I plan to go to James Madison University in Harrisonburg, Virginia. I would like to thank my parents, grandparents, and teachers for helping raise me into who I am today. I would also like to thank my friends and siblings for being a driving force of happiness in my life and making me a better person.
Tyler William Gilbert.
After graduation, I plan on joining the U.S. Marines. I would like to thank my best friends, Trish and Eric, my brother Mo, my sister Emily, for being great friends and even better siblings. I would like to thank my parents for constantly pushing me to be the best I can be. I love you guys and hope I'll make you proud in the future.
Patricia Marie Giles.
After graduation, I plan to move to New Jersey to attend Montclair State University and major in business administration. I would like to thank my best friends, Asia, Anna, Jonathan, Mason, and Tyler, and my Fortnite friends for supporting me along the way.
Kapili Daniel Lee Amulashon Gleason.
Most importantly, I would like to thank my family for loving me unconditionally and for having a teacher like Master Creamer to motivate me throughout the school years.
After graduation, I plan to take a few months off and move to Hawaii and enlist in the Air Force. I would like to thank my family for supporting me in everything I did.
Additionally, I would like to thank all my coaches and teachers, my friends, and my girlfriend Michaela for all their support in my final year of high school. Thank you for all your time and effort. I hope to do big things that make you all proud.
Grant.
After graduation, I plan to join the Marine Corps. I would like to thank my parents and my teachers for helping me along the way.
Mason Maury Graydon.
After graduation, I plan to enlist in the Marine Corps, pursuing my career as an air traffic controller. I'm very thankful for my mother and dad for always loving me through thick and thin. I know I'm the troublemaker in the house, but I love you both with all my heart. Shout out to my best friends, Tyler, Asia, Cecil, Andrew, Brian, Nikki, Hazel, Jed, and Trish for making my senior year the best. And thank you to my beautiful girlfriend for always being there through my whole high school career and making it the greatest ever. Oh yeah, Maverick and Tristan, thanks for being cool brothers, I guess. To everyone in my speech, I love you all.
Second row, please stand. Michael Aaron Griffiths.
After graduation, I plan to work and eventually go to college. I would like to thank my parents for all their support for all these years. I would also like to thank all my teachers and friends who have supported me through my high school career. Thank you.
Naomi K. Guillory.
After graduation, I plan to join in military, hopefully Air Force. First, I would like to thank my dad. I love you so much. Second, I would like to thank my mom. 大事に育ててくれてありがとう。すごい感謝しとるよ。態度悪い時もあるけど、ママのことすごい愛してるけど忘れんのね。Third, I would like to thank my older sister. たまにうざいけど、優しくて面白いお姉ちゃんが大好きよ。Last but not least, I would like to thank my friends and my teachers. Thank you so much.
Cameron Elizabeth Jordan.
After high school, I will be attending the University of Central Florida as an emerging media major. I want to thank my parents, brothers, friends, and family for helping me become who I am and for supporting me every step of the way. As I walk across this stage, I want to remind my fellow graduates of Walt Disney's wise words. Around here, we don't look backwards for very long. We keep moving forward, opening new doors, and doing new things because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths.
Joseph Lackey.
After graduation, I plan to attend California State Polytechnic University, Pomona for architecture. I would like to thank my sister for being my role model, and I have always looked up to her even though she's shorter than me. And of course, my parents for being the best and making me into who I am now. I also appreciate every friend I've had throughout my life. あとは、今日来てくれているおばあちゃんとおじいちゃん、今まで本当にありがとうございます。これからもよろしくお願いします。
After graduation, I plan on joining the United States Navy. It is my goal to enter into the medical field. I'd like to thank my parents for loving me, supporting me, and believing in me even when I didn't believe in myself. Lastly, I'd like to thank God. He is my strength, and through him all things are possible.
Garrett Frank Macias.
After graduation, I plan to attend Concordia University Irvine to study kinesiology and play baseball for the Eagles. I would like to say thank you to you, Mom and Dad, for always loving and supporting me. To my big brother, Austin, thank you for teaching me to always follow my dreams. Last but not least, Maddie, thank you for everything you have done. I'm a stronger person today because of you.
Warren Moraine.
After graduation, I plan to join the United States Air Force. I would like to thank my mom and dad for always pushing me to do better and supporting me since I was young. I couldn't have gotten here without you guys. Additionally, I'd like to thank my brothers, sisters, girlfriend, and friends for their love and support. It means a lot. I'm very excited to see what the future holds for all of us. Thank you.
Matthew Thomas Palmer.
After graduation, I plan to attend the United States Merchant Marine Academy and study marine transportation. I would like to thank my mom and dad for all their support, and both sets of grandparents who are here to watch my graduation. I would also like to thank coaches Mayo, Windsor, and Kramer for their help in my athletic career. And finally, I would like to thank all of my classmates and teachers at MC Perry and West Carteret High School.
Alexander Perez.
Kutztown University. I would like to thank my parents who have motivated me in so many ways. Also, I would like to thank my brother for taking several flights to come see me graduate here today.
Olivia Janae Renaud.
After graduation, I plan to attend Duke University in North Carolina and major in public policy this fall. I would first like to thank my three best friends, Giselle, Haley, and Lauren, for coming along on this crazy journey. I also want to thank my boyfriend and my siblings for teaching me how to laugh at the world and myself. Above all else, I want to thank my parents for making me the person I am today. I love you both, and I hope one day to be as selfless and compassionate as you are.
Michael Robert Schultz.
After graduation, I'll be heading to San Antonio to attend Air Force Basic Training to become a combat controller. I would like to thank my parents, my brother Dylan, my older sister Emma, and my little sister Molly for supporting my endeavors. Mom, thank you for guiding me through school, and Dad for pushing me through adversity. And yes, I am taller than you. Dear Eli, you guys are real for sticking around, and I'm going to miss athletics with you.
Jaden Paul Scott.
After graduation, I plan to study pre-engineering at Texas Tech University. I would like to thank my parents for dealing with my many faults, and I'm sorry for speeding up your gray hair growth. No one noticed, I swear. I would also like to thank my close friends and teachers for being there for me through this year and putting up with my procrastination. I couldn't have done this without you.
David Akira Shugrove.
After graduation, I plan to attend Virginia Tech to study architecture. First, I would like to thank my family for loving me even though I'm too much to handle. Next, I would like to thank my brothers Colin, Dylan, Sean, and Vivian. At the end, I would like to thank everyone for letting me live till this day and hopefully for another 5 years.
Hunter Colton Wade Sloan.
After graduation, I plan to join the United States Marine Corps. I would like to thank my brother Kyle Sloan and my sister-in-law Danina Alvarado for helping me and for putting up with me. I hope to make you very proud in the future.
Tarina Ariane Kristen Smith.
I come to attend Valdosta State University to major in pre-nursing. First off, I would like to thank God for being my savior and my strength as well as guiding me along the way. I want to thank my dad for all of his sacrifices and always being there to make me smile and laugh when I'm down. I would like to thank my two beautiful sisters, Tanaya and Willow, for always having my back and never ever leaving my side no matter the circumstances. Last but definitely not least, I would also like to thank my amazing mother for being a living representation of what the word strength means and always, always, always being there by my side through thick and thin.
Robert James Wall.
After graduation, I plan on attending Georgia State, where I'll get a degree in business. With that degree, I'll be starting my own fashion line. I would like to thank my mother for being so supportive throughout the years. Even when things got tough, she would make a way out of nowhere.
Dominic Malachi Whitener.
And also get back in shape because, got all this shove on me. I would like to thank my parents for pushing me beyond my limits and for making me a better person. Plus, saving my money, which I really didn't have a choice in sometimes, but it's okay. Then I also want to thank my friends who helped shape me into the person I am now. Thank you.
Brian Lee Williams.
After graduation, I plan to attend UMUG, to the University of Michigan. My mother, Veronica Fields, and my father, Brian Williams. And I would also like to give my gratitude to Keita Benberry. Thank you, everyone, for everything.
Cassidy Lynn Wooden.
After graduation, I plan to study young child education in Japan. I would like to thank my parents who have been there for these 17 years, even when it got rough. I would also like to thank my sister, who has been the little bug that's been there for their whole ride. Last but not least, I would like to thank my best friend, Bree Barnett, for always being there for me in hard times and getting me through high school.
Seniors, be seated. Mrs. Renee Cobb, Assistant Principal at Matthew C. Perry, will now present the class of 2018.
Mr. Brown, please rise. On behalf of the faculty of Matthew C. Perry High School, I wish for today's graduates an abundance of success, the joy of meaningful experiences, and a sincere appreciation for all the world affords you. Mr. Brown, I proudly present to you the graduating class of 2018.
Ms. Cobb, on behalf of the faculty and staff of MC Perry High School, I gladly accept the graduates of the class of 2018. Class of 2018, please stand. On behalf of the Department of Defense Education Activity and its director, Mr. Thomas Brady, Department of Defense Dependent Schools Pacific and its Director of School Excellence, Ms. Lois Rapp, and the Pacific East District and its Superintendent, Dr. Stephen Bloom, I have reviewed and certified your official school transcripts and now have the honor and privilege to announce that you, as members of the class of 2018, are now graduates of Matthew C. Perry High School. You may turn your tassels.